Hi, I'm Keegan.
And I'm Darren.
And welcome to Car Combine.
We currently have a website under development.
We'll have more news regarding that in the future, but in the meantime, let's check out this 2020 Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Now, the Taycan was one of the most anticipated cars of 2020. Back in 2015, Porsche released the initial concept for the Taycan at the 2015 Frankfurt Motor Show, originally called the Mission E. The car generated a lot of buzz as it could finally be a true competitor to the Tesla Model S.
So let's talk numbers. If you look under the hood, you'll see the engine is actually not here. Wait, where's the engine? Keegan?
So just like every other Porsche, there's no engine in the front, but there's none in the back either. That's right, this car is fully electric. So anyways, let's talk numbers. The entry-level model for the Taycan is the 4S. The 4S starts at just over $120,000 Canadian and has 562 horsepower. It'll do a top speed of 250 kilometers an hour and has a range of 323 kilometers. The model we're looking at today is a Taycan Turbo S, which has a whopping 0 turbos. This car is priced at almost $250,000 and pushes over 750 horsepower. It'll do a top speed of over 260 kilometers an hour and has a range of 309 kilometers, which varies a lot depending on your driving habits. Though weighing 2,300 kilograms, the Taycan Turbo S will still push you 0 to 100 in 2.6 seconds, thanks to its 774 pound-feet of instant torque from the electric motors. The car we're looking at today comes with the sport design, carbon front bumper, the carbon wheels, and the carbon side skirts. The Taycan also comes with active rear aero. It's got the LED matrix headlight, and it stays true to that 911 Porsche design, which is a really cool feature. Now, a pretty neat feature on the Taycan is the charging ports. On the left side, you have the charging port for your home, and on the right side, you have the fast charger. To open them, simply swipe your finger underneath the sensor behind it, and the door will slide itself out of the way. To close it, swipe your finger again the opposite way, and the door shuts back.
So now let's talk about the beautiful interior of this car. If you've ever driven a Porsche, you know that the key always goes to the left side of the car, dating back to the racing heritage. The Taycan continues that heritage, but rather than inserting the key, you press a small button to the left side of the steering wheel to turn on your Taycan, keeping that Porsche heritage.
If you've ever been in a Porsche, you notice the gear selector. Whether it's a manual car with a big shift knob in the middle, or the automatic, which kind of replicates the manual transmission, there's always a big shifter in the center. But in this car, it's a little bit different. Being this car isn't a manual, you'd assume it'd get the same gear selector as the automatic cars. But, nope. You get a knob. Yep, a tiny little gear selector knob in your $250,000 Porsche Performance sedan. To put it in the gear, you push down on the D button. To put it in reverse, you push it up twice, and to put it in neutral, you push it up once, and then park is right next to it. But yeah, in your $250,000 Porsche, you get a little knob.
As you'd expect, the Taycan is very technologically advanced, having two main big screens and a curved driver display. The top screen is used for infotainment, while the bottom screen is used for climate control and comfort. This screen right here controls all your driving information, such as range or drive modes.
So even though this is a sports sedan,
Porsche did an amazing job of making these seats very comfortable.
they also hold you in tight. So behind us is actually the batteries in the battery tray. And then there's a firewall. So to sacrifice as little as I can for space-wise, the seats are actually bolstered in the back of the car. They're super tight when you're going around turns because this is a performance car. So it's really cool how Porsche integrated these seats into the back. Now you can see the Taycan does have an active rear spoiler. Right now it's in cleaning mode, but you can't move it anymore when it's stationary. Now, when you're driving, it aims for maximum efficiency. So it'll retract down when you're going on the highway, so it gives you the most range, and it'll also air brake when you're stopping. You can see in the rear taillight too, the Porsche logo is actually embedded inside the glass. Now an option on this car is a 21-inch carbon blade wheels, and it also has carbon ceramics, just like any other Porsche GT car would. Now that we've looked over some of the cool features in the Taycan Turbo S, let's go take it for a drive. So we're here inside the Taycan Turbo S behind the driver's seat. I'm here with Alex, Darren, and Bobby. So you've driven the car a lot. Tell us a little bit about it and how it drives.
Well, I mean, it's big, it's heavy, it's got 4 seats, 4 doors, but at the end of the day, it's a Porsche, so it handles on a dime. Steering is tight, has a turbo 911 turbo. It's fast, it'll put you back in your seat snap your neck if you're not waiting for it. It's an absolute animal. It's a Porsche. You can take it to the track. You can take it to get groceries. Take it golfing. Room for probably 2 bags in the back. So not all your friends. I don't know. Some will have to bring their own, but
It's got the front too. So.
it's got the frunk, which is mostly useless. But I mean, if you're going luxury shopping, you can throw some boots in there, some shoes, purses, whatever. But no, it's an absolute gorgeous car inside and out. The tech on the inside, the integrated dash, everything's all digital. You get the nav overlay, the full entertainment system. Passenger gets their entertainment system. You've got the center console, big iPad-style tablet. I mean, it's everything you would expect from this price tag of a car from Porsche. It's got the performance, it's got the looks. The steering wheel is like an authentic GT3 style steering wheel. It's got everything you could want from this car.
Yeah, so I've driven like a bunch of electric cars, the Polestar 2, the Mach-E, Teslas, everything. I never was a huge fan of it. This one might change my mind of electric cars.
It's the game changer for electric.
The sound, everything, it's so
Absolutely.
involving. Like, oh my God.
I hear it from guys that are like Tesla fanboys all the time. It's like, oh, Model S, faster 0 to 60. Okay, so the Model S is faster while you're going through the intersection. And after that, like Taycan gaps Aventadors in the quarter mile, it's gone, right? The performance is better than almost anything on the road right now. And you can daily drive it. It's friendly. Turn the suspension down, get your grandma in the car. Like, no one's gonna care. No one's breaking their back in this thing.
Yeah, 100%. And so the back seats are a really cool feature, I think. They're actually set into the back of the car.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to explain, but we'll show some B-roll of that. But wow.
Yeah, seats hold you in.
They're bolstered.
Yeah,
You're
just
really
like
bolstered
the 911 Executive Series, like race inspired, but super comfortable. Crazy adjustable on the bolster.
To the left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy adjustable on the bolster, holds you right in. You know, like you're pulling all those lateral G's on track after you grab your groceries. Back seats, like same thing. You guys are recessed in. You're not moving anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. It's got the quick charging too, eh? With like, what is it? 80% in a couple minutes. It's crazy.
Yeah, it charges. The infrastructure in this car is double what a Tesla can take in terms of power input. So really the limit is what kind of connection you're hooked up to. In your home, you're limited. It takes a couple hours to charge. When you're on the highway though, 20 minutes, half-hour charge, and you're full.
So yeah, the steering too, it's very tight, I noticed. I've driven like a lot of, like luxury kind of sedans, and not all of them, have the steering of a sports car, but this one, unbelievable. It genuinely does feel like a 911, which is super cool that they kind of kept that driving feel, but in an electric sedan.
Yeah, I think this is like the perfect car for someone who's got a 911, maybe a cabriolet for the weekend, and they still want something really fun, really fast that is a Porsche during the weekdays when they're going to work, going to meetings, whatever it is, right? Below 80 kilometers an hour, it's got rear steer, so it's going to feel just like your 911.
No way.
Yeah, it helps you around that way. And so for something that's like, whatever it is, like 6,000 pound car, it really is nimble and quick and feels just like that 911 DNA that it came from.
Yeah, this car should not drive the way it does. it doesn't feel right, but it's unbelievable.
No, it's a stellar car.
Oh yeah. So we'll give it a little bit of acceleration when we get up here.
Okay, trying to hold the camera.
We did it. Yeah, we'll have to. So I've driven a lot of cars, like different sports cars, like Ferraris, McLarens, Lamborghinis, but this is a punch like nothing else. Like, truly, I've never felt a car that accelerates like this car. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely. And remember, these are street tires, not super high performance. These are just regular performance Pirellis. Right? These are unprepped street roads that are honestly not the greatest.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Right?
They're
and
cracks
it
everywhere.
still hooks up and it'll take off.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's the craziest. Like,
I mean, you can
wow.
you can try and anticipate it. You can like get your muscles ready. There's nothing that prepares you for that. There's nothing.
I was talking to one of the guys he's like a Porsche fan. He had a couple of GT3 RSs. Yeah. He's got a Carrera GTS right now and an F12 Berlinetta. And he said this acceleration literally demolishes anything. He said
absolutely. He
got bored of the acceleration of the GT3 RSs, but this one scares him every time. Like, it puts your heart in your bag. Like, it's
Absolutely.
unbelievable.
And it's all-wheel drive, so it's going to hook up on any surface. Winter driving, you can put the power down. In the wet, you put the power down. You can get around corners nice and safe. And unlike the Tesla, you can launch this thing and launch this thing and launch it until the battery dies.
Oh.
Tesla, you get 2-3 launches, you overheat all the hardware. The Porsche, you launch it from a fresh battery and you just keep going until your neck can't handle it anymore, honestly.
Yeah, the technology in this car is just above Tesla or even really any other EV. It's
Absolutely.
bar none the best.
Yeah, the power infrastructure that Porsche's put into this thing is it's what's going to put EVs to the next level for sure.
100%.
Now, I mean, in terms of like a public adoption of EVs, maybe you're looking at range, right? Everything else is here. The fit, the finish, the performance, the styling, everything you could ever want. The range, obviously, going to get better as we go through. Better batteries, better charging technology. That stuff becomes less of a hassle, right? You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what people want.
Thanks for watching our review on the 2020 Porsche Taycan Turbo S. If you want to watch more of our videos, go check out our channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.